Legacy IAS. Today we'll be starting with a new chapter, that is average. Okay, so this is an introduction lecture. Now, average is what you say for different people or different things, that I got average marks in this, average that. Now, what you usually mean is average is a way of finding what the entire set of objects is doing in one number. Okay, so there are, let's say, 5 students. There are 5 people like this. Now they have, let's say, different weights. Now if I ask you, if I have to take them in, let's say, in a car or in a helicopter, then I don't need the individual weights of all of them. I just need one single number, that average weight is what, so that I can calculate in general what is the sum of all their weights and is it permissible or not. Understood? So I want to reduce all these people, any quality of them, to a single number. When I have to do something like this, then you get to something called average. Okay, basic definitions most people know. Average is what? Average of a data set is equals to sum of observations upon number of observations. Correct? For example, if I have to find average weight of all of them, so what I can do, I can sum all their weights. That means P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5. Let's say these are their weights, divided by number of observations. How many observations do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5. This will give me the average weight of all of them, or this data set. This is how you find average. In short, how you write it? You write average is equals to sum upon number. Average is equals to sum upon number. Also, this is the form that you use from your school days. Now, there is another form that we'll be using in most of our questions, that is sum is equals to average into number. Same thing, n is sent there, but you'll see that this makes your question solving much faster. That is, sum is equals to whatever is the average and for what number of people that average is written. So average into number. Okay, now let's see. So find the average of this. Find the average of this data set: 48, 49, 50, 51, and let's say 54. You need to find the average of all these 5. So one way of doing this is simply adding all of them. As the formula says, average is equals to sum upon number. Now what is the total number of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5. Now sum is what? Sum is 48 plus 49 plus 50 plus 51 plus 54. So I write here 48 plus 49 plus 50 plus 51 plus 54. Now, if I add all of them, this is 8 plus 9 is 17, 17 plus 0 is fine, 17 plus 1 is 18, 18 plus 4 is 22. So 2 here and 2 goes for carry. Then 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 15, 20 and 25. So what I got? I got 252 by 5. How many times this will go? This will go 5 times. Okay, then 0, correct, because it won't go with 2. Then with 20 it will go 4 times. So what I got? 50.4 is the average of all these numbers of this data set. 50.4 is the average. Now this is one way of doing this, or the traditional way of doing this. Now you can do it in one more way. In this, what we do, if there is a data set like this which is following a pattern, or it involves numbers which are very close to each other, for example 48, 49, 50, all of them are very close to each other, so you can assume any average. assume any number to be the average and then write all other numbers in terms of sum or difference of that number. For example, I see this data set, I feel that somewhere right in the middle is 50, so I think the average should be 50. This is my initial assumption that the average should be 50. Now I will write all other in terms of 50 and then find out what will be the actual average. Okay, now see. Now I will write whatever change I have to make. Okay, so now 48 is what? In terms of 50, 48 is simply minus 2. Then 49 is what? 49 is minus 1. I have to add all of them. Then 50 is what? Nothing, 0. Then 51 is what? Plus 1. 50 plus 1. 54 is what? 50 plus 4 divided by 5. So instead of writing all those numbers and adding, I have just wrote assumed one average and then I am finding this average difference. Now what you will get here, minus 2 minus 1, so minus 1 and minus 1 cancel out. What you get, 4 minus 2, that is 2, 2 by 5, that is 0.4. Now it came out to be positive. When it comes out to be positive, you add it to 50. If it has come out to be negative, I will subtract it from 50. So answer becomes what? 50 plus this average difference that came, so 0.4. So what I got? 50.4 as the final answer. Understood? So this is another way of doing this. So if you have a data set, usually they don't ask now questions from data interpretation, but if there are questions from data interpretation, this becomes useful. Okay, that instead of adding all the observations, you have just assumed an average and based on that plus or minus you are counting and it gives you much faster results. Okay, then now let's see another question. The average salary of A and B is 6,000 rupees and that of C, D and E is 8,000 rupees. These are their average salaries. Now it is asked, find the average salary of all people. This is the question. Now see, the average salary of A and B is 6,000, of C, D and E is 8,000. Find the average salary of all people. Now see, how do you do this? Now the usual way of doing this is average is given for A and B, correct? So that means A plus B. Now how many observations are these? There are 2 observations, correct? So sum upon number. Now this average is given to you as 6,000, correct? Now the other part, average of C, D and E. Now there are 3 observations, so divided by 3 is given to be 8,000. Correct? This is 6,000, this is 8,000. Now you are asked find the average salary of all the people. Now average salary of all the people, what you are looking at, you are actually trying to find out this. That is, if I have to find average of all of them, so this is A plus B plus C plus D plus E by how much? By 5. Correct? This is what I am trying to find. A plus B plus C plus D plus E by 5. This will be my answer. Now, if you see, 5 is already known to you, of course, it's a number. A, B, C, D, E. These are the 5 things you don't know or the sum you want of all of them. If I give you the sum of A plus B plus C plus D plus E, then you can get to the answer. Now, how can I get that sum from here? You can already guess. So what I can do from here I can get A plus B is equals to 6,000 into 2, that is 12,000, and from here I can get C plus D plus E is equals to 3 into 8,000, that is 24,000. Now I need the sum of both for that, so I just add both of them, so I will get 36,000 divided by 5. This is equivalent to this. Clearly, you're adding both, you're getting this divided by 5. Now, 36,000 divided by 5 will be what? It will go how many times? It will go 7 times and 1 will remain with 10, it will go 2 times and then double 0. So this becomes your average. Correct? So average salary of all of them together is 7,200. Understood? This is the basic way. Now, but we won't be doing it like this. Now understand how we usually write it. Everything is exactly same, just our way of writing changes. This increases our speed. See how you write. Now, whatever I want to find, I will just write it. So what I want to find? I want to find A plus B plus C plus D plus E by 5. This is what I want. This is what I want. Now, I told you that apart from average is equals to sum upon number, another form that you should remember is sum is equals to average into number. And this is what we'll be using now. Now observe. Sum of A plus B is given to you in some way. What is given? Average of A plus B is 6,000. Now A plus B is what? Sum. Sum is equals to average into, this is average of how many numbers. So average is given as 6,000. 6,000 is average of how many people? Of 2 people. So into 2. Then see this, C, D and E. C, D, E average is given as 8,000. This 8,000 is average of how many people? Of 3 people. So into 3 divided by 5. What you got? 12,000 plus 24,000. Again, it becomes 36,000 by 5, that is 7,200. But this came in just 1 day. Understood? So this makes it much faster. What we have used instead, here directly we are writing, in place of sum we are writing average into, it is average of how many numbers, average into average of how many numbers, add that, get to the answer faster. Okay, that's it for the introduction class. Next class we'll start seeing questions. Thank you.